Senator Kopp.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Senator Johnston, do truly commend you on your thoughtful approach to education reform. Sincerely, I happen to agree with most of the work that you have engaged yourself in. I'm really torn today as I consider this bill, and maybe some of my colleagues share that. You know, there are a few things that make us cringe as citizens, and one of them is when we see kids in struggling and failing academic situations. No doubt we all cringe about that. I've got 4 kids, 3 in public school, 1 is on his way to public school. I want them to have the very best education that Colorado can offer to them, and indeed I would embrace most of the reforms that my good colleague from Denver would champion. I also cringe along with the citizens in our country who are frankly have moved quite a ways beyond the political back and forth, and they're really genuinely concerned and frightened about our spending. And it's difficult because I think that Senator White makes a salient point. Indeed, if we don't position ourselves as a state to take this money, another state probably would, and so you can look at it in those terms and say, well, we may as well get in line. But at the end of the day, lawmakers in all 50 of these United States have an obligation, I think, to stand up and do something that Congress of the United States refuses to do. And that is to show a little bit of fiscal restraint, even when it costs us something back home, even when it costs us something that we really would like to have. I don't know that there's anything in this bill I disagree with outside of the funding aspect here. We're asking the federal government for more money, and you know, colleagues, we look at some of the shenanigans that other states are pulling with respect to getting votes for this federal Medicare bill or health care bill, and we stand back aghast with the citizens of our state and indeed our country, and we wonder, when will this stop? Who will stand up? I mean, who will stand up for the taxpayers in the United States and say, we want a lot of things that we just don't have the assets to pay for right now? So it's kind of ironic as we seek to position our children for great success in this land through academic education reform, that we also, at the same time, in the same breath, saddle them with more debt than they can even begin to fathom. I'm going to ask you for an aye vote on the amendment. I hope you'll join me, and I hope that we can find another way to implement otherwise perfectly sound policy. Thank you.